Hey, how y'all doing? NickTheSmoker here. I want to talk, this is a little video. I want to take some time to talk about some stuff to my viewers if they're interested in it. It has to do with some of the stuff that happened in the United States here between Reynolds American and Lorillard Tobacco Company, as well as ITG, or Imperial Tobacco Group in the United States. First thing I'm going to have, though, I'm going to light up a cigarette. These are Camel Red Smooths, made by R.J. Reynolds. I like what Rob, otherwise known as RJ the Smoker, I like what he does with his videos, how he likes to make little, important news things here. This isn't as important, but I'd like to bring it up to my viewers just to show what's been going on here with two of the largest tobacco groups in the United States. Actually, three. Starting from this, so to speak, press release from Reynolds American Incorporated. I go with, this was published June 12th, 2015. This was about a year in the process for him to make this merger. If you haven't noticed, Reynolds American, which is R.J. Reynolds, who makes Camel cigarettes, merged with Lorillard Tobacco Company, and I'm going to go into specifics about that. Starting from this release from Reynolds American, June 12, 2015, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Reynolds American has completed the acquisition of Lorillard Incorporated and related divestiture transactions. As a result of the acquisition, Lorillard is a wholly owned subsidiary of Reynolds American Incorporated, and former Lorillard shareholders will own approximately 15% of Reynolds American's common stock. Reynolds American companies have key brands across major industry categories: Newport, Camel, Pall Mall, Natural American Spirit and Combustible Cigarettes, Grizzly and Smokeless Tobacco, and Views in the vapor market. So, continuing on with some of this, here's what happened. Lorillard Tobacco merged with Reynolds American to diversify as well. Something important happened in this transaction. The one thing that Reynolds American got, was their own, this is what they sought out to do, and they acquired the Newport brand. Newport here in the United States is an incredibly popular cigarette, the #1 selling menthol brand in the United States. The #1 selling menthol brand. And it's been for quite a while. I noticed in my area especially, most people smoke Newports around here. It's just a damn popular cigarette. I've smoked Newports. They're alright. I don't like them too much, but people like them. So, going through this, here's what happened in a nutshell. Lorillard Tobacco Company merged with Reynolds American. Therefore, Lorillard no longer exists, which is amazing. What happened here? Reynolds American, in the process, sold the following brands: KOOL, Salem, Winston, Maverick, and Blue e-cigarettes to ITG Brands, or otherwise known as Imperial Tobacco Group, United States. It's a subsidiary of Imperial Tobacco. And this was all done consideration approximately $7.1 billion in cash. That's US dollars, mind you. That'd probably be what, in UK that'd be like 4.2 billion pounds, something like that. But incredible stuff. Newport was, Lorillard is gone. It's incredible, and now R.J. Reynolds is going to be having the sole manufacturing rights and on their packaging. They're made by R.J. Reynolds. Quite a change. This is probably one of the largest mergers in tobacco history, well, in the present. But they also outline forward-looking statements, some things to look at here. Going to forward-looking statements on here. They have a disclaimer on there. The number ones that they have, some of the top bullet points that they have here I'm gonna go through. I mean, they got about what, couple. I mean, you got about 30 on here, but I'm gonna go through a few. Some of the things to look at in the future: substantial taxation, substantial increased taxation and regulation of tobacco products, including regulation of tobacco products by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. That's ongoing, of course. The effect of adverse governmental developments on Reynolds American subsidiary sales of products that contain menthol, including the possibility that the FDA will issue regulations prohibiting menthol or restricting the use of menthol in cigarettes. Possibility FDA will require reduction of nicotine levels or the reduction or elimination of other constituents in cigarettes. That's the number. I mean, that was the number 4 bullet. The menthol is number 3 on there, which is surprising. Possibly FDA will issue regulations extending the FDA's authority over tobacco products to e-cigarettes, restrictions, manufacturing, marketing, and sale of such products. Yeah, those are the main ones I want to go over. Menthol is not banned in the United States, nor have they really been talking about it lately. I mean, there's been talk on it, but there's nothing really going on about that, thank God. If menthol was to be banned, I mean, the whole point of this merger between Lorillard and Reynolds American would be useless. Reynolds American only, I mean, R.J. Reynolds only got one brand, and that was Newport, because it's such an incredibly popular. I think in other countries too, Newport is incredibly popular, but in the United States, it's a very large brand. And trust me, I mean, Newport has their non-menthol varieties as well, but if menthol was banned, I mean, they wouldn't hold on too well. R.J. Reynolds wouldn't hold on too well to that brand. Revenue-wise, too, I mean, they wouldn't be holding on at all. Moving on. So, I went over the Reynolds American part, their press release. Moving on to the transactional overviews and the press release from Imperial Tobacco. Cool little thing they have here. They have so here's the transactional interview of what happened during this process of Lorillard and R.J. Reynolds merger. Part of the deal is that the Imperial Commonwealth of the United States would so the Imperial Commonwealth ITG brands has the brand USA Gold, as it is a very popular budget brand here in the United States. They have that brand, mass market cigars like Backwoods. They have the manufacturing, the supply chain, the sales force, and the back office, combined with Lorillard's manufacturing, supply chain, sales force, back office, the blue e-cigarette brand, as well as Maverick brand, which is another discount cigarette thing in the United States. So with those two, plus Reynolds American sold Imperial Commonwealth the rights to the Winston brand, the KOOL brand, and the Salem brand. Yes, those are 3 major. And let me move on in this packet real quick. There's the new Imperial US. The diversity of income would increase highly. U.S. cigarettes amongst the most affordable. They have a manufacturing, or how long it takes to make a pack of 20 cigarettes or something like that. On here, U.S. is number 3 behind South Korea and the United Arab Emirates. Brand strengthening portfolio here. Imperial Tobacco Group of United States will focus their primary, have focused primary on the Winston cigarette brand, as well as the blue e-cigarette brand. The blue e-cigarette brand is the most popular e-cigarette in the United States at the moment, and Winston is one of the top 10 brands sold in the United States right now. And Winston is a cheaper product, which is very good actually. The secondary focus of Imperial Tobacco Group United States will focus on the brands such as USA Gold, and will be adding Maverick and KOOL cigarettes to their secondary focus of their brand portfolio, strengthening their brand portfolio. So I'm going to assume that Winston will be receiving the strength. I'm sure Winston will be receiving, probably start getting coupons and stuff. Probably have a website for it and stuff like that now. They're going to be strengthening the hell out of that. They want to sell Winston because Winston is a very popular brand here. Other remaining brands will be managed for cash. Cigarette brands it adds Salem now to that. Oh, excuse me, guys. It adds Salem to their brands now, but they also have Fortuna, Malibu, Sonoma, and Rave, all cheap cigarettes, except Salem brand. Salem brand is not much of a cheap cigarette there. So that will be occurring. Moving on. Maverick Value brand. Yeah. Looking through this, sorry. E-cigarette innovation. The U.S. market has doubled every year since 2009 with e-cigarettes and vapor products. Developing market with growth potential. Blue is the market-leading brand of electronic cigarette. 45% share of the United States market for electronic cigarettes. That is huge. That's almost 50%. Very, very large. Successful management. Complementary fit with Fontum, which is the one who owns the e-cigarette brand, a subsidiary. Now, platform for innovation growth. So, and that's, oh, I apologize. I'm not looking at this correctly. I forgot I have 2 pages on here each. So, the transformation. Imperial Tobacco is number 5 in the market. Had a 0.5 billion net revenue, 0.5 billion pound revenue. Limited tobacco portfolio, was not in the e-cigarette market in the United States. Focused on 19 states and had a weak presence in retail, which is true. A lot of their brands aren't really out there too much. Management with growing track record. So now, with the transaction, with the merger between Lorillard Tobacco Company and Reynolds American, we now have a number 3 in market, in the U.S. tobacco market, Imperial Tobacco, with a 10% share rather than a 3% share, a 2 billion pound net revenue compared to a 0.5 billion pound revenue. The e-cigarette that they got, they weren't in the market before, but now they have it with the blue e-cig, and they already are number 1 e-cigarette with just that one brand. Incredible, right there. Yes, but yeah, this is kind of old now. This is about almost a month old now, this news. I just wanted to make a little video here. Let's see here. We have number 1 brand strategy with the Winston brand now under Imperial Tobacco Group. Current positioning retains strong equity with consumers. Number 2 globally, but number 7 in the U.S. So it lacks a little bit, but it is top 10 in the U.S. Strongest and biggest tobacco states. Not a key focus for Reynolds. It was a support brand through R.J. Reynolds. But now, planned action is to be the primary focus of ITG's portfolio with the brand now. Winston is going to be their number 1 priority. It's going to be reinvigorated with focus and investment and rejuvenate latent brand potent. So, Winston, second largest brand outside of China, grown by more than 1 billion sticks of volume, sales and volume. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's just what's going on in the U.S. right now, guys, with the tobacco. Very, very huge, very, very large merger here. It'll be nice to see Winston and KOOL being supported again. KOOL is a popular cigarette brand way back in the day here in the United States, but it was outclassed by Newport, obviously. So it'd be nice to see what they can do with KOOL brands, as well as Winston. It'll be nice to see Winston reinvigorated. Winston is a cheaper cigarette. It is a cheaper cigarette brand here in the United States, but it is a pretty damn good cigarette for the price. And it's not, it's not budget, it's not sub-premium, it's Winston. So We'll see if they start getting promotions on them to push them now, and stuff like that. Maybe some websites for those, you know, support that consumer growth. But yeah, that's what's going on, guys. That's the most important tobacco news here in the United States right now. But yeah, there you have it, guys. I'll try to make more videos like this once in a while when big news comes up like that. This is more an inspiration from Rob, otherwise known as RJ-TheSmoker, from his videos that he does. But that's what's going on in the U.S. right now. And if anything was to come up with any further legislation or anything like that, I will be making a video and letting you guys know. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, and God bless.